Disturbed Evolution. Is Disturbed just a glorified cover band? This and more after the intro. So welcome back, hope you liked my intro. This is HK's World of Music, and this is my review of Disturbed's latest album, Evolution. Before we begin, I would just like to say, if you like rock and roll and you like heavy metal, please subscribe. It's in that corner, not that. If you're on a mobile device, I'll leave you a link in the description so that you can be a part of the family. Yeah, so let's get to it. First of all, I would like to talk about the sound, and the sound is really important for a heavy metal band and a rock band. They want it to be theirs, and you can hear that it's disturbed. Yeah, it's what do you call it? It's vanilla. It's the least exciting of the ice creams. They do what they do and nothing more, nothing less. The sound is, there are no riffs that are, ooh, that's a cool riff. Nothing of that. The drums are okay, sounds like a machine, and the bass, I don't know where that is. And it doesn't sound like they're in a band. I've talked about this before. It doesn't sound like they're playing together, like a unit. It sounds like one's in Europe, the other's in Asia, and there's one in America and South America, and they just emailed the sound clips to each other and mixed it. That's what it sounds like to me, and I don't like it. I mean, you can hear it's disturbed. I mean, you can hear that on the vocals. Everybody can recognize him, or whatever. But it's so bland. I know, it is a rock album, heavy metal album, but it's so bland. It's just like, yeah, well, okay. And yeah, so that's the sound. A really boring, really plain. And yeah, so that's the sound. Another thing about the sound, it's really tight, and that's okay. A rock band or a metal band should be tight, but this is almost too tight, if you know what I mean. And the sound is so surgical, just like Metallica's latest stuff, 2 or 3 albums. It's so surgical, it's so clean. There's no soul. That's a great. There's no soul in the music. It's so surgical and so clean and so tight. It's just like techno music. Well, if you talk about, yeah. So that's the sound. And then I want to talk about like Disturbed. I mean, I've listened to a lot of their music. I started listening to them for about 15 years ago when I got my driver's license, and I was in my car listening to them. And real Disturbed fans would probably say, oh my god, they've changed so much. And it's really ironic that the album is called Evolution, because I can't hear it. I can put on their first album, Coming Down with the Sickness. I think it's their first album, not sure that it is, but I think so. Coming Down with the Sickness, and I can take that album and I can play it next to the newest album, Evolution, and I would hear that it's the same band. I would probably think that, oh, it's the same album. But now the die-hard fans are gonna lynch me they're gonna say, "Oh my God, you're wrong, you're wrong." But please leave a comment below on that. It's a real shame when a band is more known for a cover song than their original material. And these guys have two. They have the one with Genesis or Phil Collins, and they have the one with Simon and Garfunkel. And they are really milking that cow, because and that's probably the song that people want to hear. And you have another band in the same booth, House of the Rising Sun, and it's Five Finger Death Punch. So if you have to cover other people's songs to get known again, because you've maybe faded a bit, then try to make your own music good. I don't think that they were through with this album and they sat together and, oh my God, this is legendary, this is gonna be the next Black Album. No, I don't think so. But if they did think so, then there is something wrong with their hearing. There is nothing on this album that stands out except a cover song. It's a good cover song. There's nothing. It's bland. It's vanilla. It's boring. You can have it on at a party as a background noise, but you won't like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. I know these are big names, but anyway, Metallica, Pantera, Tool. All these bands have classic songs, and you can put on the album and you can refer to it as a classic. Me and my friends always do. The Black Album, oh, that's a classic. Master of Puppets, oh, it's a classic. But can you name one Disturbed album that's a classic? No, I don't think so. And I don't care what die-hard fans think of me, because I don't like Disturbed. Every time someone put on a Disturbed song, I think of Genesis and Phil Collins. And they did that to themselves, god damn it. Yeah, they did. And maybe that's a problem they have. Maybe they've ruined their own careers by doing it. I know they're famous, I know they sell a lot of albums, I know they're popular on Spotify, but their number one most popular song isn't their own. That's weird. It's not like Metallica is known for Whiskey in the Jar. That's not their number one song. Anywho, you need to think of something else, because this is not good enough. I know they're gonna probably sell a shit ton of albums, or at least get downloaded 100 million times, but I won't ever do. Well, I did just to do this review, but I'm erasing it because I don't like it. Out of 10, I give it a 4.5. I don't think it deserves more. It probably deserves less. Justin Bieber for metal bands, you know, it's like it doesn't give me anything. It's like super. What do you call it? It's like we're making music to make money, but we can't make good enough music to make money, so we make cover songs, kind of thing. Yeah. If they come to Norway, I will never go and see them because they're not worth it. And I know it's a lot of hate right now, but these kinds of albums, they just piss me off, because I know the consumer and the fans. I think the fans deserve more, because this is just and suddenly in the middle of the album, okay, let's play something acoustic. An acoustic love song. Yeah, let's do that. Because let's make an album that at least hits someone. Let's make a mix of it all. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, it sounds like American Idol has found, or X Factor, and they just put the pieces together. And you know, you talk about, people talk about Greta Van Fleet, and they say, oh my god, it's, they're just a cover band, a Led Zeppelin cover band. And the same people listen to Disturbed and say, oh my god, what a great band. Now, isn't that ironic? I think so. Anyway, I've done a review of Greta Van Fleet. And that, if you press that, you will get right there. And I've done some reaction videos of Alice in Chains and Hernade, if you heard that one. And yeah, like I said, Disturbed's album is not worth listening to. Just do it if you don't believe me. It's vanilla, it's boring. And I think Evolution is a really, really ironic title, because I can't see any evolution since I got my driver's license and listened to Down with the Sickness. Nothing. They have not evolved one bit, in my ears at least. So, leave a comment below on what you think. Upcoming Friday, I will be reviewing Soulfly's latest album, Ritual, or Rituals. And yeah, on Wednesday, there's episode 2 of Learning How to Play Guitar, For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. I've practiced my ass off. So, don't forget to subscribe. If you're on a mobile device, there's a link in the description. And if you have Spotify or YouTube, of course you have YouTube, or you wouldn't be watching me. If you have Tidal or any other stuff, then download Disturbed album and listen to it, and give me your opinion down below.